routinely ban characters like they was in COB and leave the RTO open for themselves.
That's true. We'll see what they do with the RTO here for Valance as well, if they do take it away. And they will do, just in case.
Exactly. You know what's interesting? We look at picks and bans, and there are frequently these picks or bans that take control of the entire meta, if you will. And then there are picks like RTO, which are split. You got to know which teams want a player and which teams don't. And NRG is a team that wants to play her, so she's worth a ban. If you're playing somebody else, you don't necessarily burn that ban because you'll expect the first pick to ban it themselves. Instead, NRG going to come out swinging and look for the Surket.
And then in response straight away, the Toth gets locked in. Okay, we'll see how this works out. Obviously, Toth has plenty of mobility. Not really, but like he has that dash.
He's got a huge dash.
It can be doubled, obviously, but he's also got long range. And the one thing Surket likes to do is get in and out of the fights. Well, sometimes when you jump out, you can still get hit by Toth. I like the sort of idea early on.
It's also a classic lobster pick.
It is. It's a safe lobster pick, especially with Raijin taken out. He wants a dominant pick in the mid lane. Sol going to be locked in for Yaman again.
Now, NRG up one game. Keep in mind, this is a best-of-3 series. Hou Yi going to be locked in for Funballer. Surket, Osiris, and Sol are locked in for the NRG squad. Here's my question as the Jingwei is banned away by Valance Squadron. Is NRG looking for a support or a jungler?
In what?
In their next selections.
In their next selections? I mean, both.
Do you think Surket's going solo?
Yes, let's go with that. I mean, I don't think it's.
I saw your gears.
I don't think it's Surket support. That's what
you
I think.
don't think it is.
No.
I think up a game we might see it.
First pick Surket. I'm pretty sure it's going to be jungle, but it's flexible.
Exactly.
They may go into it like, we'll leave this open. We can run it in both. We'll see what the enemy picks. Camazotz.
Camazotz probably is going to change the conversation there. But another pick this time, it's understanding sort of that Ducky, or excuse me, Fails is going to be picking up the backpack a little bit more. Camazotz absolutely the carry pick. NRG going the Sylvanas route shows us that it will be adapting on the hard carry Surket there.
I'll be honest, I'm not sure the matchup between Camazotz versus Surket overall. Obviously, Surket, she has the anti-heal provided to her to shut down some of Camazotz's re-sustain that happens in the fight. He can get himself out of combat too. Has some decent abilities to slow the enemy down and things like that, and then chase potential too. It's a tricky matchup, that one.
Yeah, it's less about the direct matchup, of course, and more how you're going to impact the team fight. But I smiled as the Cabrakan is locked in.
Cabrakan.
One of Maniac's.
Against Osiris as well. I'm okay with that matchup. Bit of tit for tat in that lane for a little while. We'll see how that one works out for them. The walls won't make us too much of an impact, though, I feel, against this team, outside of maybe Emelito. He's the only one that's going to really struggle with the Ramadet role. Can't get through those walls.
But Maniac plays this character so often, more so than most other players, and he definitely knows the ins and outs. He's going to be able to handle the lane no problem. But I also like adapting his matchup into it as well.
Hello, Ducky.
You're going to be able to get past that passive by way of just true damage, etc. And you're also going to be able to Cobra's Kiss the Tremors.
So what you just saw there on your screen, right, is Ducky was at the red buff waiting for it to spawn. But then Emelito walks up and spots him. Now what happens is Valance have to change their strategy all of a sudden. Because Ducky was going to start, solo lane Ducky was going to start a red buff. So they're like, okay, we can't do that strat because they know about it. Now Yamin's looking to the right to see if he can see someone, or mainly Focus Lobster. But if he spotted Ducky here, this could be tricky. And Adapting and Maniac, meanwhile, looking to pressure the jungle.
I don't know. You can still say the same because Big Man Tangs is over here on the right side of the map. So Ducky instead going to come over right up into the lane oppositionally. And there's this early level 1 Tremors that's so devastating. You have no boots, and you just get stuck.
Yamin's in trouble here, taking a lot of damage. Has to beads to avoid the Tremors there from Ducky a little bit more. Meanwhile, right-hand side, you can see Fields did secure his on speed buff, so unfortunately, NRG had to just push the wave in instead.
Really important play there from Ducky, and that's why Cabrakan is picked. If you go back to when Cabrakan was more popular, hold that, Hunter v. Hunter, Emelito, they're going to take this one to the grave, Hindu man. Right now, Emelito winning so far. Needs a couple more shots. Funball's
got roll.
The roll's big.
Oh, the 180 spin into the ages from Funball. That is hot, but Funball is still dead.
Well, he needs one more. Emil needs one more. Can't find it.
He missed it.
Can't find it. Kieran walks away, plays it safe. Emelito, nice accuracy, but a big old relic play by Funball.
Can we just take into account that Funballer calculated that he would have the roll, first of all, and that as soon as the roll happened, he would Aegis to avoid the shot. But look at what Emilito did there. He 180'd on the spot after the roll, rolled one way, 180'd, fired that shot. Both Hunters played that so well. That is high-level play.
And it's funny that we're here in the Gauntlet. One of these teams will not make it to our Super Regionals, the playoff into the World Championship. Valance Squad and NRG, if you look at the names here on the screen, you've been following SMITE for a long time, this is perhaps one of the more curious moments that you've had in the past couple of years.
One thing I mentioned about that too, if we would have seen Funballer start, and this is going really out there,
sure.
If Funballer was started Death's Toll then, Funballer would have won that trade.
Oh yeah.
The Death's Toll that Emilito had there helped him out. Adapted in mid though.
He's looking for a little bit of a zigzag, gets the beads, and now that's certainly a strong look. Both mid laners without their beads for another minute or so.
Are the Hunters going at it again? Yeah. I just want to watch these two now. They're both fired up.
Emilito and Funballer are both players that will absolutely do what we just saw over and over and over again. And
it's more fun than watching solo, though.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
I'm like, hey.
Oh, no. And what's fun is that, you know, it's...
I say that, but then Adapting turns up.
And he's going to show up in solo, find the zigzag after the Cobra's kiss, and just sort of jump away.
I like the dip out for the simple reason is Ducky had his two up there. You saw it straight away.
Yep.
He got the damage off and knew Ducky's just going to turn around and slap us both together. And there's a chance Fails turns up soon after, which is exactly what happened. So instead, just whittle Ducky down a bit, force him to use potions, maybe get a response out of Fails, and now Adapting's 5. Could be a bit of pressure here for NRG once more.
Yeah, and also Adapting, being one step ahead of Valance Squadron here. He's going to go over, make the play in the solo lane, make them react. That opens up the world for those Harpies.
Fails only level 4, but Adapting going to focus the minion wave first. It's not worth taking the fight in the minion wave first of all. Nice little juke back. Fails going to be a little bit careful here. Still level 4. He's got to recognize that if he gets all in, he's in a lot of trouble.
Fails, one of the nice things about Camazotz is you can impact from a distance. I think he can safely apply a little bit of poke if he actually hit his stuff onto Adapting. However, he misses both. Well, he misses Adapting jukes. Glass half full, glass half empty.
Notice Adapting has Blink, by the way. It's up in 5 seconds, whereas Lobster, who lost his beads a little bit earlier on, beads are still on cooldown, purification beads. So now we could see some pressure onto him in the mid lane, specifically from Adapting Blink, ult, throw into enemy teammate. Even if you get through the ult, I can still chase after you with the rest of my abilities.
Yaman also, his beads come up as him and the enemy mid laner were separated by about 60 seconds. So Yaman will have that extra play and be a little bit more aggressive because he knows he has that out as well. So 4 minutes in. High action already, though no kills so far. NRG lead the series 1-0.
Right inside Fails. Might be able to get some pressure onto a Maniac here, but Maniac stunned in place with a minion wave, however, when she's going to cause a couple of issues here for extra gank potential from Valance. But Valance focusing mainly on the wave. Doesn't really surprise me.
Nope, just want to play it safe so far. If you look at Valance Squadron, again, they're looking at Lobster and Funball. They're saying, guys, we just want you to carry us late game. We'll handle this early and mid.
Maniac's still going in on his own here. He knows he's got Adapting coming in with the blink. The kiss is good. Throws him in towards the team again. Poison spread, maybe, onto the minions. That'd be lovely. Doesn't hit the minions, though.
Beautiful backstep from Ducky. Gets right away from the wave and his teammates, so he's able to... He knows he's dead. Everybody's aware of it. Make sure to separate himself.
And I was calling the minions more so because the minions will die quite quick to that, which means it can spread back to Fails, who was out of mana too. That's the reason the poison spread there could have been critically a problem for a second kill.
Week 5 of the SPL here in the fall split. Final K is a fantastic play, and Sanford Soccer comes through and just poisons a wave of minions, poisons a whole group of players, and Final K is able to basically 1v4 because of the application of the Circuit poison.
Did we trust that?
You and I?
It was me. It was Final Kill on that Hercules, wasn't
it? Yes, it was.
Good times. We get good games just lately, me and you.
And I mean, that's the sort of play that you, as a Circuit player, you just hope for. So Adapting's over there, sitting there going, hey, walk towards the wave. All I got to do is look at it, and the minion's going to die.
Is in a good position. Funball is not. I say that until beads are used. Fails on his way over now as well, and now Emilito's in deep, deep trouble.
I love the play that Emil makes right there. That is a beautiful veteran move. He goes up his ROM, again, talking about the vision that you get when you go in the sky. If this is a 2-on-2, fine, no problem. I'm going up and I'm taking control of the situation by just sniping people down. But he goes up, he immediately sees the entirety of Valance making the rotation, and he cancels that stuff early and backs off.
Credit to Rafa, though. He did get a 4-man ult or 3-man ult there as well to slow them down for that half a second. That helps out both of them as well. Bit of communication between the two. I don't know who made the call. It could have been Emelito saying, I'm coming down after the second shot. Could have been Rafa saying, get down now because I'm going to ult right now, which means that you have that chance to roll away to safety.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a good comms thing. Whatever happened, they were both so in tune. It didn't matter who made the call. It was just great.
And that's the positive that I will always look at NRG. I think there have been a number of difficult points for NRG in their gameplay, but Emelito is not one of them. And more importantly, Emelito and the conversation or the communication with the team, at least with Rafa involved, doesn't seem to be an issue either.
But I will say that was a good play from Valance overall. They come out ahead, knowing that Funballer has his Aegis now up against Emelito. Speed buff, though, being looked at by NRG here still. A little bit risky, but especially against 4 men over here, with even Funballer coming over into the fray too.
Well, these are the plays that you have to make. I mean, you know, it's the winning team's job to turn the temperature down and create the snowball that you can actually roll down the hill. NRG right now have a bit of a lead, but they're not in a position to create any sort of slant. They're just winning. How do you win more? Plays like this.
I'm not sure about this play.
Beautiful
Bale's
wall.
gonna have to use his ult to get some damage back onto them and disengage again. Round the corner comes Tings, but he's on his own. Ducky's out of health. Tings just needs to back up here. Like, he showed his face and called it a day. Is still, meanwhile, Lobster getting pressured in mid by Emelito.
Ducky makes that play. I've seen enough of these Valance Squad videos. Well, we still have a grouping on the right side. NRG not buying the fact that Valance Squad is going to be
Lob's
okay.
in trouble, has to juke out, will avoid the
job.
2 out of the 3 shots. Meanwhile, Ducky's hung around on this right-hand side.
And this is the big deal. NRG drew this play up. 2 players push in the mid lane with only 1 to deal with. 3 players push up on the right lane with only 2 to deal with. And that creates a situation where NRG are they're choking out the target and the target's big brother and saying, who's going to fight us? Because we have you both around the neck.
And the big key there was Funballer was actually in duo lane clearing a wave out. He couldn't rotate at the time. That's where the pressure came from.
Exactly.
So the pressure in mid means that, guys, I need help mid, otherwise they're going to take this tower. It's 2 hunters, basically.
Yeah.
You know, with Assault. It's 2 hunters here. We need to deal with. Nice pull.
Funball in a little bit of trouble here. I reckon he'll be able to get out, no problem.
I'll take that trade overall, because Emelito realizes he's only got enough mana for a rollout, but if he hangs around too long, there could be a rotation coming in. So get a free Aegis out of it, and now it's Emelito in the driving seat there.
Exactly. NRG looking really strong here in game number 2. Game number 1, it's interesting. We saw a very early surrender, about 17 or 20 minutes, because of the 13.5-minute fire giant, but NRG here in game number 2, and I don't know, there's words, cheesy, cheeky, accidental, that you look at game number 1, which I think is why we see the early surrender. Vac just sort of goes, oops, let's move on. This is a different feel. Well, this is NRG just playing better.
And game 1, it was one of those tilt factors for Valance too.
Yeah.
You just lost the Portal Demon, you gave him the Portal Demon, which means they got a free Fire Giant, which means they get the towers, and then Big Man gets picked.
Yep.
And then you lose a fight at the Gold Fury, and then get me out of this freaking game. F6 me now. Don't harp on it. Yeah, you lose game 1, you're still not out just yet.
And you know, that's a surrender that I'm gonna defend every step of the way, because it's just an oops. It's we are better than the game we just played. Let's just move on, man. We're down a game in a best of 3. That sucks, but we can totally do it. This, however, different story. Adapting has just been annihilating players with this circuit.
Dots. Sylvanas dots as well as the circuit dots is enough to bring down the dragon. Funny enough, I think if Big Man would have ulted there instead of trying to save his ult, he probably would have lived. He would have immune some damage. Then he could have even hit Coercion himself or a teammate to get health.
Oh, Maniac.
Though.
Maniac's in trouble. Has to flip over the wall. It's Emelito that turns around, looking right at Ducky. And Valance Squad had the solo laner surrounded. But he gets out with a quick jump over the wall. And Emelito one more time. 1-0-1 for the Swedish Hunter, playing out of his mind today.
Great little plays coming out now and adapting on fire. 3-0-1. Yep, that's the big key. He's already got 3 kills on a Circuit. Level 11 at 10 minutes in. You're ahead of the pace. Enemy jungler 2 levels down. Happy days.
This is, look, yeah, when you want to win, you put adapting and you let him carry. That's what we've seen.
Great follow-up stuff from Lobster, but that's going to be all she wrote from that one. No beads available for adapting, but stun into stun, you're not going to last as long in the second stun.
Yep. Not the approach of the second stun is something that the adapting's got to be really careful of, right?
He really does. He really, really does.
Anytime you're able to just like lock down a player like that and really eliminate their options is what this draft is meant to do. Similar to game number 1, NRG just have a draft that are going to control you the entire time, taking a page out of Valance Squadrons, what they did in game 1.
Yeah, that works out well for them in game 1. Game 2, though, pace was really set by NRG for the most part. Their rotations were the ones that made the impact a little bit more so far. Valance have been reactionary so far, and it's not worked out so well for them. The first time they weren't reactionary, it was that little play in mid we just stood there between Big Man and Lobster on Circuit.
Which, you know, shows us a little bit of what they can do. Valance Squad is going to look to CC chain players and take them down, but you used the perfect word earlier, the pace. NRG, we saw it, adapting shows up in the solo lane, forcing Valance Squad to make the rotation.
Hi, Rafa. Rafa's in a lot of trouble here. He's going to be very careful. They're going to invest a lot into him, though. Sun's come down, knock up through. There's the bat out of hell. Pressuring out Yamin a little bit. Meanwhile, on the backside, though, you saw adapting going, and he took more than he bargained for. Emil
shows up as well. All players in red, half HP, and he's just bringing it to him. The arrows are going and being dished out, and Ducky prevents Maniac from chasing. But Emilito gets him all the way from Toledo. Number 5 for NRG, and number 2 for their Hunter. Fantastic, fantastic performance so far.
Be careful. Oh, I thought for a second Ducky was going to swing around the back and attack Maniac, but no, the call is, let's just play it safe. 1 for 1. Support for mid laner. Great play from Emilito to pick up the kill on Lobster. And Rafa going down was just a free pick.
And that's the control that I referenced with Valance was there. You got the stun. You got a whole bunch of things that you were able to say, NRG, you know what, you're not allowed to go any further. And Emilito said, okay, I will stand here from a distance and shoot you down.
Maniac trading up with Ducky here as Fumble and Big Man look towards Yamin. Rafa's back though as he's adapting. Keep an eye on ultimates. There's only 3 available for all the players so far in this one. But NRG feeling confident after the last engagement.
So much less about the goals here, Graham. They want the fight. Valance Squad have to take it. They're filtering in here. Adapting's blown up. Funball with the good one. And the rest are now looking for the after the fact. Maniac relatively low. He's going to be chased down by Vac.
Has his ult though, and he was holding it for the right time, but he can't get it off in time. The knock-up that came out of Yamin. No, it wasn't Yamin's knock-up. It wasn't a knock-up. How did he not ult there?
He was just controlled down. I mean, you have Ducky's ultimate. Probably follows up with a stun. Can't get out.
I'm not sure what the follow-up stun was though. Like, yeah, Lobster, was it Lobster or Fumble? I guess so, or the hammer.
Ducky has a stun of his own.
I just didn't hear the stun. Yeah, you're right. I just didn't notice the stun. That's why I was like, why didn't he just ult over that? That's why he was holding his ult in the first place.
That's the control I was talking about. Valance are able to just lock you down and give you no option whatsoever. Maniac has everything in his wheelhouse, all the tools in the toolbox, all the cards in the hand, but Valance Squadron is just sitting there saying, stun, 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 control, wall, where you going, dead, see you later. Valance need to look for more plays like that. Problem is, Graham, NRG is not giving them those opportunities.
Well, they just did that. That was the thing. That was the opportunity created by NRG. NRG wanted to do the goal for you, and like you said, they wanted to force the fight because they felt they had the lead. But they messed up in that fight. Circuit dies, then what happens? Maniac dies. 2 quick kills.
They still wind up doing enough to prevent Valance from getting a Gold Fury of their own, which is that's the big footnote that should be the title. You know what I'm saying?
Again? Okay, this is for Oracles this time around.
Yeah, this is Ori's.
Ricochet to save the day. Not this time. Oh, he got it.
Oh, look at that. Bananas be split.
Nice and split for now, and now with the Sentry means that full control of the Gold Fury pit is currently in Valance's favor.
So after bringing out one of these Sylvanas plays, we have Sylvanas disappeared for a while, and recently he's starting to show up a little bit here and there. Even though everybody knows you just kind of trap him down and he dies.
Sure.
Why do you reckon we're seeing more of him?
First of all, sustain. Second of all, he's got sustain as the game goes on as well with Lotus Crown, extra protections for your team. Not only that, wave clear. He's got fantastic wave clear just with the in-hands on its own. And in a second, Ducky in full trouble.
Nice blink there coming out from adapting, just looking to clean up, and Ducky falls to the wayside. Another kill. However, Pink's coming out on top of Funballer. Funball with those Devo's gloves, 49 out of 75 stacks, should be thinking about the Gold Fury, and because of that, NRG looking towards the other objective on the right side of the map.
And that's why he's hesitating there on the left Funball, because he's like, do I do it? Do I not do it? What's happening on the right-hand side? He's got to be careful, because the one thing he's also got an issue with is where Emilito is. Don't forget, Emilito can snipe and steal that away, and Ram is very good at that.
He's got to worry about Emilito, and the fact that he doesn't have the full stacks. 50, 57, still an issue, or he's at 55, so to speak. So still an issue, might run into problems here. But that means NRG are going to check it, and they say, hey, you didn't take it. Let's all in on this Gold Fury. BMT over the wall, chases NRG off of the objective, goes into the Dragon. Here's the ultimate from Rafa, and Big Man Tings meets his end.
That was clean. The ult from Rafa was perfectly timed for the knock-up, and then straight after that, you saw Yamin drop his to try and continue a little bit more pressure onto it. Clean. NRG get a free Gold Fury because they thought just with Big Man and Lobster alone, they'd be able to pressure them off. And NRG's like, you know what? We know you've only got 2. We don't care. We're going to take this.
Does Big Man have to jump in there at that moment, or can he wait?
If
presence. He doesn't jump in, does NRG just burn it?
It's presence more than not. I don't know. I don't think he could have burnt it in time. He could have waited an extra second or so.
Yeah.
But even then, like, he wants to give vision for Lobster to secure for him as well if they're going to go for the all-in. And get their attention means go for
Oh, this is bad. Emil has ultimate.
He's got
Funball jumps away, looking for the shots. 1's good, 2's better, 3 is a charm, but the Aegis says no way. Funball drops an ult of his own to keep Emilito off of the tower. Nice accuracy, but just a quick hand by Funball keeps him alive.
Meanwhile, though, while he's been pressured out, the Portal Demon now started by NRG with 3 members. Watch Adapting. See how he's zoning? See how Maniac's coming to zone 2? This is the difference between the Portal Demon from game 1 that Valance did and NRG's one.
Yeah, and Maniac looking for the zone. Now NRG peel off and look for the players. Ducky 25, Ducky 10, Ducky 0. Maniac with a kill. 1-5-1. He's turning it around as he takes down Ducky. Turning Ducky around back to the fountain.
Maniac's still going in here, but he's getting support from Yami now into the Ultimate 2. Meanwhile, the Hunter's going out of Emilito. Will take it with one hand and giggle his way to victory. Meanwhile, Adapting takes down Fails. And now the Portal Demon is at the call of NRG if they want it.
This is, I love the way how similarly these teams play, because they're going to leave their Hunters in the lane with the utmost confidence. Both NRG and Valance Squad think that they have the best Hunter in Europe on their team, and depending on the game, they do.
This is FG possibly here, because Emilito's already recalled. Adapting's now back. He can go on zone duty, clear out some wards. They could all just jump through and do fire. Look at the respawn times. It's going to take a little bit of time for this team to turn up. It's all up to Big Man Tings.
I love Adapting drops the ward, walks away, but sees Big Man Tings on the ward, so he just goes for him.
So Big Man's just got to run in here. He's got Ducky coming too. Ducky has no ultimate, remember. Yami and Emilito can keep this working. They might just turn their attention to dealing damage instead. That might be the right call.
25% of the objective. It looks like everybody's going to peel, and Emilito's going to peel the skin off of Ducky. The 6th death for the young solo laner.
Lobster?
Lining
Can you do it, Lobster? No, he can't get a chance to. Adapting zones him away. Now Maniac's on him too. Free Fire Giant, the way of NRG.
Lobby's got to turn around and find the stun, but the all-out dive, not going to be there. NRG understanding there's a tier 1 tower still available.
Doesn't need to dive. They're up 12-3. They just got a Fire Giant. They've got 1 member dead in Ducky, which means it's a 4v5. Why risk it to take down a life when you can just get all the gold in the world?
Can I yell at the fans real quick?
Why?
I've been unhappy with a certain storyline running around in the Twitch chats and the Twitters.
What's the storyline?
The idea that NRG just don't care anymore. I think that is egregiously incorrect and rather offensive.
I'll be honest, like last year, I mean, before the World Championships where NRG won last year, people were saying they didn't care enough, didn't have the passion for it then.
Yeah.
Then you saw Adapting at Worlds and you saw the passion on his face.
Oh, yeah.
People were making references to him going Super Saiyan. So, you know, like, they do care.
Absolutely.
They've just not been good, and they freaking know they've not been good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a difference. They've even said it themselves on Twitter. We haven't looked great. We haven't. Like, people saying they don't care. Fine, you win 2 World Championships. You're not going to be upset about winning a 3rd, and you're not going to not want to win more money. Like, ever.
It's just, I'm watching this game and I see an NRG that we haven't seen the talent level that we kind of expect from NRG in recent memory, but we're seeing this, whatever, the drive, the grit, all the other superlatives that you know, sports entities like to throw out there. I'm seeing it in this gameplay. I'm seeing the aggression. I'm seeing the stick-to-itiveness. They make a call and they stick to it no matter what. And those are the sort of things that are helping NRG drive past and as they look for the victory in this gauntlet.
Also want to take into account, one thing that no one's mentioned is that Demi did leave this team.
Yes.
Demi left this team and they had a new solo laner.
He's no longer even the coach.
Even though Maniac, right, is a fantastic player, and you've seen what he could do on Obey, you saw what he could do on Fnatic and SK back in the days, right? Still takes time to synergize. No one's talked about the synergizing because they just expect him to be plug and play, which he is, but still, it takes a while.
And NRG are so damn good individually. Adapting, Yaman, Raffer, and Emilito could all be considered one of the best in their position. If somebody comes up to me and says, hey, Tom, I think Yaman's the best mid laner in the world, I go, let's have a conversation. I don't just dismiss you, right? And I think NRG, their ability to play as a team has been downplayed because of how good and how likely it is that one of them just go off. You watch NRG, and somebody's 12, 1, and 5, and everybody else is sort of doing the job, and you go, oh, well, they're just better than everybody else. But they're better than everybody else, and they have the team play. And I think that, like you said, the synergy of Maniac coming in, people at home didn't really give them the chances that we see new players on different teams get.
I think one of the things is, though, is that when Dimmy left, a lot of people were saying if there was a weak link for NRG in the year, it was Dimmy.
Sure, and I would agree.
And if that was the case, they're like, all right, they got Maniac. Well, everyone knows Maniac's good, so this is an upgrade. Sure, you may be an upgrade.
+4, right? Just math.
Exactly.
Duh.
But it's like, yeah, we'll just give Maniac and then it's great. Well, it's like, well, how's he going to work with adapting?
Exactly.
How is he going to engage in the team fights? Will he engage the same way? Will he have the same comms as Demon does for the team fights?
A lot of what we've seen over the past, not just fall split, but also the summer split, it's all about the right side of the map and the intricacies. Most importantly, the start, perhaps, but also the intricacies of how the solo and jungle play with each other the entirety of the game. The Gremlins up until minute 10, control of the Portal Demon when it's just the 3 or 4 man fight on it, right? These are the things, and Maniac and adapting, you got to come in here, and that's a harsh change. So, NRG Esports, maybe now they're just getting their feet underneath them.
This tier 2 tower mid, if they actually go for this energy, I think this is a little bit too risky. Fire Giants are literally about to drop off them, as you see there.
See ya.
Think it wasn't a wise idea. So Valance isn't out. I know we've been talking about energy quite a bit, but let's be fair, they're looking solid here. But it's not over just yet. There is a 13,000 gold difference, but Valance can't give up the Fire Giant here. If they do, it's going to come down to one team fight and it's over.
Sure.
But then again, if you lose the Fire Giant and the team fight, you're staying at home too.
Emelito, he's feeling some type of way. Not only does he laugh and he uses global emote, he also uses his Aegis just for fun.
Don't know what key he's got it bound to. Because Ton, depending on what
VET?
Yeah, Ton, you might press T or R or...
No. He has a completely separate button. He did that in addition to all of his taunts.
Are we sure?
Extra taunt.
Are we sure? Because I know I've taunted when I didn't mean to, or said,
and use a consumable.
Use a consumable or use a relic and got poop.
Well, I'll tell you right now. You didn't say poop. I'll tell you secondly, after that, Emelito, probably one of the pros that I would not be able to tell you for sure.
Rafa's blink was solid there to get away, but it's Maniac that ate a lot. There's
the wall.
Thorns.
Nice play by Ducky, but unfortunately able to walk on through. 1 kill for adapting, 1 kill for the Hunter. Big man Ting's in a load of trouble. The roll is good, the jump is strong. Zigzag is better. Emelito through the wall. The do, blay, oon. Taunt while you take the tower, young man. 15 kills in total. And energy looking hot.
What I say, what happened there, Rafa's blink was absolutely amazing. He blinks out of the fight, and then Valance are like, well, we can only hit Maniac, so we do. What happens? Adapting comes in and goes, come here, big boy, give me some smooches. Gets 2, and then Yavin goes, oh, what, they're kissing? Cool. Yep. Let's give him some suns, some fire. The fire rains down, blows up 2, and the fight's done.
Man, watching NRG play good Smite is it's just fun. It's just fun, and I feel like you ever get grounded as a child, and you're yes, that is a bold-faced lie. You ever get grounded as a child, but you're too young? I'm talking like 10 years old, right? You don't go out, so getting grounded, you get punished, you get something taken away. Yeah. I feel like we did something wrong, and they took energy away from us. And right now,
we might see him back.
We're just getting it back.
Sure.
And this is a fun thing.
They've been sat on the naughty step for half the year.
Right.
That's basically what it's been. And now they're off the naughty step and they're like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is only one game. They didn't look great against Pappies.
They looked great last game.
To be fair, I've got to say, against Pappies, Pappies look freaking fantastic. They did. I thought Pappies looked great today in their games, but this time round, NRG have outplayed Valance.
Yes,
they have
without
straight up outplayed.
And Valance Squadron, game number 1, sure, curious decision, or not even a curious decision, just
game 1, you mean?
A decision, yes, a decision that sort of bites them in the butt. Game number 2, I mean, Valance Squad puts up a fight. It's just energy are just playing stronger.
Yeah. It was just a straight-up game, this one. There was nothing special in it. Emelito, Funballer going at it right at the start was fantastic to see, even the trades there. And then, the solos and the junglers being together for half the game at the start didn't really...
And this is the energy I want to see. Ducky coming in and just getting erased. Emelito again, 8-0-2. He's up in the sky. He's shooting all the way on Lobster. The Aegis is going to be down.
They get Lobster. This is over, and they will get Lobster. Maniac will clean that up using the Thorns to his advantage too. Phoenix falls on the left, and now the middle and right are also available with only 3 members of Valance left standing. This could be Oh, this is rough.
Mid Phoenix is taken down, and Ducky will respawn in 10 seconds. NRG have two options. Either it's the Phoenix or it's right on into the throne room. Right here, adapting half HP. Raffer even lower. Raffer's going to be taken out. Funball with a great play. Half HP on the Titan, and it's all about Emilito. Another two-man kill. Adapting finishes out again. And ladies and gentlemen, NRG taking the hard